Hey dudes, in this episode, it's the finished greenhouse tower and platforms, the bridge to its done, there's a second level on our mountain, and we're going to be cracking some bedrock. It's TheeRealDuke. And that's all happening right now. What is going on, dudes? It is TheeRealDuke. I am coming to you from the Craftage Minecraft server, survival multiplayer, vanilla style. How are you guys doing? It just, it started raining when I was here, so when I was about to start recording, and I turned this weather sounds off. It's not, I think you can hear me walking? So, I don't know. Anyway, so, how you guys doing? You guys doing alright? Yeah? If not, that's a bummer. But if so, I'm glad. And if not, you know what, man? It's all good, baby. Tomorrow's going to be another day. The sun will rise again. So, what have we been working on around the base? Well, we've been doing a lot of stuff. Honestly, I've been spending a huge amount of time on the roof of the Nether. And that is something we're going to be talking about shortly. But first, check this out. Can you see what we did here? So I created this ring, and it goes all the way. It's not actually ring shaped, but it's a layer, and it goes all the way around the middle of the mountain that the fortress is on. This is done, and we'll show you that as we circle around here. But I just wanted to take you around, show you what we've been working on. So this is going to expose all this space in here to me for working purposes. We'll be able to add some functionality to the base in here. What exactly? Well, we'll see. That's coming. We need the space before we can do stuff. We're getting closer to this awesome ravine. Man, it looks so cool, and just kind of like burrows in there. What's up, Chicky baby? So what is this thing that I'm working on? Well, one of the projects long term is right here in this direction, straight on in this direction, a couple hundred blocks on x negative 27. Whoops. Is where the mob grinder is. My darkroom spawner that's floating in the sky above the ocean. Remember that from a couple episodes back? Yeah. So I need to build a fast way to get there, because right now I'm just running for a while through the desert, and it better be daytime. You know what I'm saying? Once we get to the water, we gotta boat it out there. Brr. Lame, I know. Take a look over here real quick. While I was in the Nether, grabbed 100,000 buckets of lava, and I made 1, 2, 3. I basically not doubled, another 40%, 50%. There's two extra portals here now that are this size, so I increased the rate at which my dudes are spawning and giving me gold as we walk along here. This is a little natural formation, which I thought was cool. Obviously, we're probably gonna have to get rid of that, but I thought it was sweet. What's up, zombie pigman? Do me a favor, fall in there, bros. Thanks, appreciate it. Okay. We just kind of come around here, passing through a river biome. You know what it is. Now, when I got to here, I noticed this. Oh snap! It's 1 block low. So what I could do is I could just throw like a half slab right here. And then I'd be on level with this, right? But that's kind of cheap, and that's not really doing it right. They should all be the same level, so I could either increase the level of this whole ring around, or destroy this here and drop it down a level. And that's a pain in the butt, but that's the way to do it right. So that's what we're gonna have to do. And then we'll be on level with this, and then that would be closed down there, and this would be slick up here. You see what I'm saying? So that's going to be a pain in the butt, but that's the way to do it right. And you know what? If we're going to call this a great build, and I'm going to feel good about this really being a great build, really being an epic build, we're going to need to do it right. So I'm going to take that down, bring it down just 1, then we'll be on level. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. It's a bummer. It's going to be a pain in the butt, but that's what it is. And so here we are to this. Man, look at how sweet and epic this thing looks. It looks so aggressive and cool with the crenellations going around the whole thing. Doesn't it? Don't you think? I really think it does. And here we can see. We'll get a better shot of this from up there. We're gonna have to jump inside to get back up because I still don't have a way to get there from out here, which is something I need to figure out. But we're getting there. We're getting there. So check out the underside of the bridge. See what I went with here? I went with the double one with that cool arch in there. I freaking love how this came out, man. I extended this support. See how this support right here is a little short? I extended it this way to kind of look like it added a little bit of support to the underside of the bridge, and I think that looks sweet too. Sweet. I think it might need this little thing here in the middle going along in there to complete it. Call it 100%. But what do you think about that? Is that cool or what? Do we like how this looks? Is this cool? Let me know. Is this kind of like a cool thing the way the logs are there, or am I crazy? Because I cannot tell you how much I love that and I want to do that 1,000 times all over the rest of this build. So if it looks stupid, like really lame, let me know. If you have an idea for how I can get back in here faster, let me know that also. So we'll come up here. We will take a quick look around. And then I'll show you what I've been working on in the Nether. Bam. So here we are. Obviously we're walking across the bridge. Here's how the top of it turned out. You know, I was up here before, which is right by the entrance to the storage room, and I feel like I might need just like a stairway to get here too. So I mean, I can go down this way, but then I gotta like come back up through here. And if I'm just kind of running down here, it would be cool to be like blip through here and just bam, pop right into there. I think that would be cool. But check it out, man. Check the floor design I did. What do you think? Now we had to modify it at a couple spots, and I'll explain it to you in a second. But oaks and the dark oak and jungle trees can all grow right on top of each other 1 block away. They could actually grow right next to each other too. But I don't want a huge solid lump of logs, which I guess I kind of do. But anyway, yeah, so I just kind of laid this out. And this is just, you know, it's a design element 1, and number 2, it also helps me keep things focused and centered when I'm in here. So eventually at some point I can count all these if I needed to, if I have a project in mind, and I could figure out roughly, you know, how many times I need to plant this over for it to work, you know. But for me to get the amount of wood I need for a project. But basically, the issue with birches, with, well, I don't know, I don't actually know about the acacia trees because I don't have any. As you can see, I have 2 gaps. One is where acacias would be, which is over here. I don't know if they'll grow right next to each other or through each other like the oak and the dark oak do and the jungle trees do. But yeah, obviously there's a little gap right there. So I don't have any of those. I'm gonna need to find those. And I went looking and I couldn't find any. I traveled maybe 2,000, 3,000 blocks looking for some, and I couldn't find any. So we need to keep it moving, find it someplace else. Who knows? I don't know really where else to check, but you know, I've just been kind of just running that way for a while, and running that way for a while. But anyway, so yeah, so I don't know how I'll have to plant those, but anyway, the spruce and birch need a space between them to grow without bone meal. So we just kind of, you know, a space between is good, and then we just stagger them. So, you know, it can't grow here, but it'll grow in this one. So we'll fit a little bit more in by staggering them like that. And that's what we did here. And I need to chop these down and get more so I can fill it. And then spruce need to be planted the same way. But while we're up here, let's talk about oak. So this dark oak, right? Tip for getting maximum seedlings from these. Now, they don't drop very many seedlings, okay? Which I need to go pick up before we keep it moving here. But a tip for these, here's how I do this, right? I don't know if you're trying to farm these. If you're not, ignore this for 1 second, but check it out. What happens is, and I'm actually going to waste these because I'm not going to stand here talking to you about them. But I use the tree itself to kind of climb up and make sure I got everything. Okay. Now, these are special trees, and we're about to really see exactly how they're special in a second, but I'm going to break through these here. They drop very few. It's hard, honestly, to keep planting them because you need 4. So that means you need at least 4 seedlings to drop from every one. And when you try and plant them on top of each other, which they will grow on top of each other, like just like over there, what ends up happening is you minimize the amount of leaf blocks you get, and the number of saplings that drop are derived from the total number of leaf blocks connected to that specific tree. So if you plant them on top of each other, some of the leaf blocks where they would normally grow, they're going to be overlapped with other leaf blocks. So, you know, you might get a 20, 30, 40, 50% reduction in the total number of leaves. And a reduction in the total number of leaves means a reduction in the total number of saplings that will drop, like we just said. So that's something to keep in mind. So let's see how many we got here. Doesn't look good. No more leaf blocks up there. We got exactly 4. Okay, so doing this, you can see how it's an arduous process to kind of keep these going. We'll just leave this dude here so it's ready if we need to come back. But we're going to use this one, and it is going to help us crack bedrock. And I'm just going to head over to the Nether now, and we're going to show you exactly how that's done. So let me grab these. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Dark oak saplings. So imagine how long it took me to get 23 of these piled up. I've been chopping wood for a while for this, so, and when we get up there, we'll see. But, basically, what you're going to need is, you're not going to need an apple, so I'm just going to chuck it into my ready-to-eat, chest. You're going to need a bunch of bone meal. Now, this is going to be a little bit extra bone meal. I don't need these logs. I've been turning all my extra stuff into charcoal to power the cooker for these. But anyway, back on track here. You're going to need a bunch of bone meal. I put glowstone around it, and we're going to need some dirt. So let's head to the Nether. And don't worry, there's not a huge trek through the Nether. So about breaking bedrock. Can you actually break bedrock in the Nether? Well, if you don't already know, it is possible, and it is possible to do it legit. And I have used it to great effect, and you're going to see exactly what we used it for in 1 second, okay? But Doc M made a video a while back. It's been a while now. It's been out for a while. It was with the 1.7 update. It's been possible. And can you see this here? Can you see what this is? Are you getting this? Yeah, it is a clean hole through bedrock. Bloop. Now, well, it's not clean. I guess it's pretty messy, and you'll see why it's messy in a second. But this is where I was testing one out before, just before I started recording here. So he made one. Doc M made one. I did not come up with this idea. Doc M didn't come up with the idea, but he did make a YouTube about it. He gave credit to JL, who did a video about it also. But I think it was posted on Reddit by yet another YouTuber. Credit does not go to me. Credit goes to all those dudes. But I'm going to show you how to do it here in case you haven't already seen it. It's awesome. And why would you use it? Well, number one, mushroom farming. Hello. Are you serious? When we go for a jog over in that direction, you'll see what I'm talking about with regards to mushroom farming. But just get to it, right? How exactly do you frickin' do this? It's a piece of cake. It is. You're not even going to believe it, right? It's a little silly how easy it is. Now, I do this. I feel like if we create the best conditions possible for the saplings to grow, it's going to save us on bone meal. Is that true? I have no idea, but whatever. I got a silk touch pick. Might as well. Just maybe use torches if you don't. So here's what you do. Plant them like this, right? No big deal. We know this works. Okay. And we're back. So we got our tree. Let's try this again. Having internet connection issues. No idea what's going on. It is killing me, though. Just dropping on out. But, hey, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? So, boom. And this is what we're looking for. So, the fact that the top of the tree grew right up our faces here means we have some bedrock penetration. If you remember, right when we started, you will have seen a completely smooth top of the Nether bedrock, right? See how it is? Obviously, it's completely smooth. So, you know, I'm not jacking this up. And it's a vanilla server, so there's no way for me to actually crack it through some magical means. There are other YouTube videos showing the tutorial. I'm not hacking. Don't worry about it. This is how it works. It may get patched. And I am running on 1.7, not 1.7.3 or 4. Okay. But check this out. Let's crack in here. Where's my axe? Look at that. Oh yeah. We just broke. That is a sweetly freaking out piece of log there, but check that action out. None in the middle. That's alright. That happens. It took me a while actually to get them, to get the whole thing to work. It might take some time, but don't stress about it. I just want to get those logs out of there. There we go. So then basically what would you just keep going, keep doing it. And I mean you're going to waste a lot of saplings doing this. So you're going to need a lot of saplings to start with, and that's why I had 23 before, if you recall. So that's how you do it, man. And then all you do is you just, you know, you harvest away, and then you get a bunch of them to line up, and eventually you will have broken through. Pretty sweet, right? It's not hard. It's not hard at all. That is the way to do it. So I'll clean this up later. Trust. Don't worry none. Now let's go for a little jog here. So what in the world would I need this for? Well, basically, I have a really smooth, flat surface here to build lots and lots of things. I could build a crazy, incredible mushroom farm if I needed to create a lot of mushrooms. I could create what's really popular is to create a massive zombie pigman farm up here, because they're the only things that spawn, and they will only spawn on things, on blocks that you put up here. So it's pretty sweet, but it's really nice for a smooth shortcut. I'm gonna run some rails here, and where the heck are we going actually? So you can see the chaos around here. Yeah, and we're back, still going down. Internet is not cooperating with me today. I don't know what it is, but you know, we'll figure it out. So we're headed to the end portal, and it is right by Slick's place. So I was talking to him about it. Let's pop through. Come on, work, baby, work. I was talking to him about it. I had to disconnect some of his portals in the main world to get this to work. But bam, this is our shortcut to the end. Shortcut to the end. All we gotta do is jump right through there, and we are in. Oh man, so what must that mean? Well, there's only one possible thing it could mean. We are going to the end in a handbasket, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna work my way back to my fortress, and we're gonna suit up, and next episode, dudes, we're going to be in the end. I don't know who I'm going to be able, what forces I'll be able to muster to help me out there. We may be taking on the Ender Dragon on our own, which is cause for panic. It is going to be crazy. It's going to take me forever. I'll do a highlight episode, maybe. We'll see what happens. But now you guys know how to bust through the Nether. Now you guys know how to create shortcuts across the roof. You could also use this to bust down into the void, if you wanted to. I mean, I guess you could do item disposal that way. I don't know why you wouldn't just chuck items into lava or something. But anyway, it's possible. If for some reason you can envision a use for being below the overworld, and you know, hey man, here's your way to do it. So good luck. But I mean, look at all these. Look at these mushroom fields up here. Man, mushrooms for days. Mushrooms for days. So I gotta clean this tree up. But I think that is it for this episode. I hope you guys found it useful and informative. I hope you guys like the finished greenhouse tower and adjacent towers. I had an incredible time making that. It was a lot of fun for me. And again, I do hope you do really enjoyed watching. Check out my YouTube channel for other Let's Builds and Infinite Heights server contest videos. There's a couple of them. There's more coming almost every week, I want to say. Head over to Infinite Heights forums. Check out Infinite Heights, dudes. It is really cool. Just hop on InfiniteHeightsMC.com. That's where the forums are. There's updates and announcements on where the server's going, on new build contests, all that kind of stuff. It's really go-to place for all the info about all the infinite info that you guys need for Infinite Heights. It is a cool place. Lots of cool dudes. A really awesome community. Definitely check it out. I'm on there all the time, or a day, all day, or a day, working when I'm not on here. So definitely check it out again. There are 3 build challenges right now, and you should go check them out. Are you a good builder? Do you want to be a good builder? That's the place to go to work it out, man. They are awesome. You should check it out for show. For show. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, dudes. I do truly appreciate every single comment, view, like, and sub. Thank you so much, dudes. This is TheeRealDuke, and I'm out.